Hi to everyone guys and welcome back. In this new video, in the past few hours we witnessed a pump in the crypto market. There are some news about Ethereum and all cryptocurrency that have brought positivity to entire market. VanEck appears to be super bullish on Ethereum as they have declared that when their own FTF futures are approved by the American SEC, they will donate 10% of their profits to Ethereum developers. Before diving into all details, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and give this video thumbs up. Let's get started.
Guys, we're starting right away with the essential data that will be released during this week. I want to clarify right away that as far as the Chinese sector is concerned, it's a national holiday for the entire week. In fact, we can see that starting from today, which is Monday, October 2nd until Friday, October 6th, there is a holiday all day long for the National Day in China. However, guys, pay attention. Today, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will speak about monetary policy. We can understand through his words how the Federal Reserve will behave regarding the next interest rate hikes during the upcoming FOMC. Also, guys, I wanted to remind you that even on Friday, which you don't need to worry about, we'll come back to discuss these data because they are very important. At 14:30, there will be the non-farm payrolls, which are non-agricultural payroll data, and there will also be the unemployment rate, which is very, very important. To understand how the labor market is performing, these two data points are fundamental to examine closely. So, let's return to the American landscape, and we can see that an agreement has been reached to avoid a shutdown. In fact, Congress has declared that it has found a solution in record time, and this will prevent a shutdown until November 17th. As a result, all government agencies, including the SEC, will now be able to review various applications for ETFs, both spot and futures, on Bitcoin and Ethereum. As I mentioned in the intro, guys, we have some very interesting news released by VanEck. For those who don't know, they are one of the most important institutional asset managers in the world. If I'm not mistaken, as of 2023, they manage around $4.5 trillion in assets, which is truly staggering. As you know, they have requested from the SEC in the United States to test their futures replication instrument on Ethereum. The most interesting thing is that they have declared that 10% of the profit share, meaning the profits generated through this financial instrument, will be donated entirely to the Ethereum Foundation for the development of the Ethereum protocol itself. Guys, these institutions that are heavily focused on crypto protocols are definitely data points and catalysts that could increasingly shine the spotlight on the crypto market, especially on Bitcoin and Ethereum. As if that wasn't enough, VanEck has produced an advertisement to promote Ethereum. This, of course, is to draw attention to their ETF instrument if it gets approved by the SEC. As we can see, September ended slightly positive for Bitcoin. In fact, we have a positive performance of 3.85% specifically for Bitcoin, which hasn't happened since. In fact, we can see that since 2016, we haven't had a positive performance in the month of September, cyclically speaking, guys. Now we're in October. Today is October 2nd, and I want to point out that historically, October tends to be one of the most bullish months for Bitcoin. Remember that cyclically, we are in the same condition as in 2019, which was the year before the halving that occurred in 2020. In fact, in 2019, Bitcoin had a performance of 10.17%. The same thing happened in 2015, guys. Bitcoin pre-halving had a performance of 33.49%. If it follows this trend, guys, October could be truly explosive. Interesting, on the Bitcoin 3-day chart, we have had a bullish MACD crossover. This, guys, is a bullish sign. We'll have to see. The last time this happened was also in 2023, and it had a very interesting performance. All right. Let's start right away with a look at the crypto bubbles to get an idea of what's happening in the markets. We can see that over the last 24 hours, the markets have been quite positive. Indeed, we can see Pulse Chain gaining 16.4% in the last 24 hours, and Rune gaining nearly 12% daily and almost 40% monthly. In general, we have a strong performance for the top 100 coins. We can say the same for Bitcoin, guys, which is back above the $28,000 threshold at about $28,070, gaining 3.7% in the last 24 hours, as we'll see on the chart shortly. Ethereum is up 3%, returning above the $1,620 threshold. In general, we can see a positive trend in capital flowing, especially into the top two, which are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Indeed, you can see that Solana is gaining 13.76%. Going to the Bitcoin chart, guys, on October 2nd, we'll look at the monthly performance. This monthly candle that has just opened is a big one. In fact, you can see that on the monthly chart, it has made more movements in just 2 days than all of September. Anyway, we have a nice candle that has just opened. So it should be taken with a grain of salt, given that it has a 4.22% performance. Looking at the daily chart, which is what interests us, we can see that it seems we are retesting the 28,300 and 28,000 zones that we've been holding for some time. It was a bounce point on August 29th. If we were to break through the 28,300 threshold, guys, we could see a very positive Bitcoin. This is because from a volume perspective, if we break above the 28,400 threshold, just above this previous high, we could see it shoot up to $29,000, where the volume of interest begins. So guys, we'll see how the day ends today. However, the day yesterday concluded with a nice 4% gain, which is quite interesting. Ethereum is also looking good, and it is retesting the zone that is important, both on the daily and weekly charts. We can see that since September 25th, 2023, we have been witnessing a performance for Ethereum that brings it up 11.86%, of which 10.35% is confirmed. The end of this day could mark the next weekly trend. Let's see how these candles close. The interesting thing is that the DXY, US dollar index, is not retracing much. Usually when we see movements like this, especially in risk-on markets, it's because the DXY is likely retracing. Evidently, we are benefiting from capital inflows from other sectors. It's interesting to see how the open interest is behaving. In fact, in conjunction with this candle that occurred during yesterday's session, we can see that there was a shock in the open interest.
Perfect. In this video, we have seen the latest news in the crypto market. I have left the link in description of this video for all the best exchanges. If you haven't already done, please support the channel by leaving a like and subscribing. For the subscribers, we will see you in the next video. Bye.